All right, looks like I'm live here, man. I'm gonna do an audio check like I always do. You just never know, man. You never know with YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We'll do an audio check like always. All right. Sounds like my audio's good. It looks like I'm live. Go ahead and send this out to a few places real quick. And then we'll start, man. Hopefully I get a few people in here to join me. We'll see. Don't forget tonight, man. 7 p.m. Pacific time. We're gonna be live on D Style. It'll be myself, Reggie Owens, Stormy B Man, and of course D Style. We'll be talking about this fight. But I wanted to get this thing out, before I go on the show tonight, and because I gotta get I gotta get my breakdown on my channel. You know what I'm saying? But it looks like I got a few people in here. Make sure you hit that jab for me, man, or jab that like button. Let's see. We got Ruiz is winning. Well, I'm not gonna tell you who I think is gonna win yet. You're gonna have to sit through for a minute. All right. So, okay. Thanks for joining me, guys. This is the. Hold on. Let me get it up. Let me get it up. Ruiz versus Joshua 2 prediction by the one and only G Funk. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. But we're gonna get in here and do this thing here. I see I got my boy David Garcia in the house as Joshua wins. Eve Woodson in the house. What's up, bro? Glad you're here too, man. I appreciate you guys being here. So here's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and give my thoughts, give the tale of the tape, and we'll I'll talk to you guys a little bit, see what you guys think. Drop me your predictions in the comments. So let's get into it, man. I can't believe that this fight is here already, man. This fight was a fight that seemed like it wasn't going to happen at first. We had all these contract things going on, and you know what I'm saying. It was a tough road, but man, we're here. You know what I'm saying. I don't blame Ruiz for not trying to fight back in London, with all the dirty stuff they had going on there. But you know, the fight's in Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get in that in a minute. But I'm gonna go ahead and give the tail of the tape real quick. We're gonna go with the champion, the heavyweight champion, the first Mexican heavyweight champion ever, Andy Ruiz Jr., the Destroyer. He's 33-1, no draws, and 22 of those wins by knockout. He holds the IBO. I don't know a lot of you guys recognize the IBO or not, but we got the IBO, the WBA, the IBF, and the WBO. He's got all the straps. All right. He's 6'2", 74-inch reach, 30 years of age. All right. Now we got Anthony Joshua, or AJ, whatever you want to call him. He's 22-1 with no draws. 21 of those wins coming by way of knockout. He's got a nice record, 6'6", 82-inch reach, and he is also 30 years of age. So, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and talk about a few things here before I actually get into my prediction. I want to talk about this weight loss thing. All right. Now, we talked about this. I've talked about this on D Style's show. We talked about the weight loss thing. You know what I'm saying? Now it got blown out of proportion a little bit with Andy Ruiz. We saw the pictures that were coming out, early in camp with him looking real slim, looked like he lost a lot of weight. And then we see that, we see him at the Spence Porter fight, and looks about the same to me. I didn't see too much weight loss. I'm thinking maybe if anything 5 to 10 pounds for Ruiz, which is good. I don't think he should lose too much weight. I think some weight loss will help. I know he was about in the 260s for the first fight, which is pretty heavy. But I think that was what helped him knock Joshua out though, man. He had a lot of weight coming behind them shots. But if anything, Joshua to me looks like the guy who's lost more weight than Ruiz. Um, I'm getting a lot of mixed signals from Joshua about this thing because, you know, if he plans on going there and trying to box Ruiz, I mean, this weight loss will make sense. It will make more sense to me, you know. But then I see him on the gloves are off special, and he's talking about he wants to knock Ruiz out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what it is, man. I do agree with him trying to lose a little. I mean, I don't think that guys that are that muscular, I don't think that that's a good thing in boxing, man. I've been around a lot of guys in the gym that like to lift weights and they want to get all big and strong, but they're just too stiff, when they punch. The punches don't come out real smooth. And I think that if Joshua wants to go more towards the lean muscle more than the bulky muscle that he has, I think that would help him. But me personally, I don't think that the weight loss for Ruiz is going to hurt him that much, if at all. If anything, I think that the weight loss for Joshua looks a little more, worrisome. I mean, he looks like his face looks real skinny, and you know, we'll see. We'll see if this helps AJ or not in this fight. Now, again, the location, man. I mean, you have to talk about this type of stuff because this is going to factor into the fight, man. Saudi Arabia. I mean, really, guys? Really, Eddie Hearn? This is where you won the fight in Saudi Arabia? These guys didn't even have a damn arena to fight in. They had to build one. And let me tell you, man, that thing looks shitty. Okay. I seen Reggie Owens drop a video today. And by the way, shout out to Reggie Owens. Make sure you subscribe to his channel, Boxing Conversation with Reggie Owens. He showed some pictures of that place, man, with all the scaffolding and the 2x4s and all that stuff they got. It looks bad. It looks bad. I mean, from the outside, it looks okay. But again, getting to your seat doesn't look too safe, man. It just doesn't. I don't know how many seats are there. Looks to me like maybe 10 grand or less. That's nothing for a heavyweight fight, So I don't know. We'll see if the arena holds up. I mean, it doesn't look very strong to me, man. But again, the location is going to be an important factor. I mean, these guys, we're going to have probably a bad referee. I'm already hearing about the referee being some guy that no one's ever heard of. We know the judges are going to be, sketchy. We've seen it before in Joshua fights, like the Parker fight for one. I thought was a lot closer than the scorecards. The Povetkin fight to the stoppage, I thought was closer than what they had it. Even this fight, the first fight, I know one of the judges had Joshua winning. I'm just like, are you kidding me, man? Like, the guy gets knocked down 4 times. You still had him winning the fight on points. Like, it just doesn't make sense, man. So, they're going to try to get away with a lot of stuff, man. And I think Ruiz understands that. So that's going to go into my prediction, man. That's the only reason why I'm bringing that up. So to recap the first fight, again, we all know Andy Ruiz makes history. He knocks Anthony Joshua out, TKO'd. Knocks him down 4 times in 7 rounds and becomes the first Mexican heavyweight champion of the world. That's right. And for me, the fight was not even close, man. I didn't have the fight close at all on points. But again, the first 2 rounds, the first thing I noticed is this, man. I noticed that Ruiz came out right away and he wanted to establish his jab against Joshua. He started jabbing right away right away he was coming out and letting him know, look, I'm coming to get you, man. I'm coming. I'm going to get on the inside. I'm going to work my way in behind the jab, and I'm going to get on the inside of your long arms. All right. Your tall 6'6" frame and your long arms. I'm coming to get you tonight. He established that right away. Also, what he established was that anytime Joshua punched, he tried to either counter that or punch with him, I noticed that right away. He was able to exchange jabs with Joshua. That to me, that told me a lot right away. I'm thinking, man, how could this little short, fat Mexican jab with a guy who's 6'6" and has a reach advantage? They're literally trading jabs, boom, hitting each other at the same time. If not, Ruiz is getting there quicker. Not only was he hitting him in the face with the jab, he's hitting him in the throat. I mean, several times he hit him right here in the throat, hit him in the chest with the jab, which is something that I like. I wish that a lot of guys would have done that against Klitschko. Jabbed him right in the chest or in the throat area. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, right away he established that I'm coming to get close. He was working his feet, getting closer to Joshua. And Joshua's a guy that doesn't like to fight. He don't like to fight on the outside or the inside. He's a mid-range guy to me. He likes to be in the mid-range area. That's where he's the most dangerous. That's where he gets his shots off very well. And he's done it very well. I mean, his record speaks for itself. He's had 23 fights. He's got 22 wins. 21 of them are all by knockout. So he's a guy that goes for the knockout. Ruiz understood that. So he said, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to try to smother this guy, get close to him, and try to let shots off. And he doesn't. When he gets on the inside, man, he's letting off combinations, man. I mean, just a lot of mistakes that I've seen from Joshua in this fight. His jab, I mean, again, his jab is just not that good to me. He's throwing these lead left hooks at Ruiz. Don't know what that was all about. He's even trying to jab to Ruiz's body. I mean, I don't understand why you want to jab to a shorter man's body, but, he did. And he paid for it a few times. Ruiz was able to counter him with shots while he was trying to jab downstairs to the body. But another thing I noticed with Ruiz was that when Joshua is throwing that lead left hook, he was able to lean back and counter with his own left hook a lot of the time. He was able to make Joshua miss that lead left hook and then come back with one of his own, and then sometimes follow with the right hand. Plus, him establishing that jab early set up a lot of big overhand rights because he was able to feint Joshua with the jab and then come over the top with right hands. Joshua, I mean, again, he's just a sucker in there, man. The whole time, like he's in there and he's jabbing from too far away or he's jabbing from too close. He's using the lead left hooks from too far away, trying to shoot right hands over the top. He's a bad judger of distance to me, man. Like he set himself up for counter punches. Like when you overshoot your shots, he's leaving himself in that distance for Ruiz to counter him. And he paid for it a lot of the time. Ruiz is just taking these little step back, or he's just leaning back, either one, and was able to come back and counter Joshua with shots. I mean, you can't do that, man. If you're gonna lean over, put yourself in counterpunch territory, Ruiz is gonna make you pay because he's got the faster hands and he's got the better reflexes than Joshua. That showed up tremendously in the first fight. Third round, obviously, is where the magic happens. All right, they get in the middle of an exchange, and again, Joshua, they were at mid-range. Joshua, boom, lands a big left hook on Ruiz, drops Ruiz, knocks him on his ass. Ruiz is cool and calm, looking at the referee, takes the 8 count, gets up. I'm ready to fight, right? So Joshua comes in. Now, I remember the guys from the zone were saying, like, he's the best finisher in the game. Watch this, right? He comes in, little throwaway jab, boom, lands a big right hand on Ruiz. To me, that was a bigger shot than that left hook that knocked him down. Landed clean on Ruiz. I mean, a clean, big right hand. Ruiz ate that damn shot like M&Ms, or like he said, Snickers. I love Snickers, right? Ate that shot like a Snickers. He remained calm. And again, go back and watch the replay, guys, if you think I'm bullshitting you, all right? They're in the middle of an exchange, right? They're both throwing shots. Joshua throws a right hook, misses. Ruiz comes over the top with a left hook. Boom, hits him with one left hook, right? Now, again, they have almost the same exact exchange, except this time looked like Joshua tried to throw a right uppercut instead of a right hook. So as he's throwing this right hook, Ruiz slips to the side, just like this, makes him miss, makes himself a shorter target, and he generated a lot of power by leaning down. He came up top, bam, smashed him with a left hook. Fight was pretty much done at that point. Joshua never recovered from that. He's over there, his legs are gone. He's looking like a brand new pony, a newborn pony. Legs were gone. He never recovered from that point on. Now, he did do a few good things after that round. Like he was able to move around a little bit, use his jab. clinch a little bit. But it just wasn't enough, man. Ruiz continued to put that pressure on him, continued to get close on the inside, throw jabs. He continued to punch with him. He was letting him know right away, like, look, man, you're not just going to get shots off and I'm not going to throw them back at you. So again, if you go back and watch that 7th round, the final round, again, they were in the middle of an exchange. They both exchanged left hooks on each other right before the third knockdown, right? Go back and watch it. They're both loading up on left hooks, and Joshua gets there quicker. He hits Ruiz. Ruiz hits him with his, right? But Ruiz, again, eats the damn shot like a Snickers bar, okay? And he comes back and boom, lands a big right hand over the top on Joshua. Knocks him down again, right? Again, now we see he gets up. Second time, same thing again. More right hands over the top. Joshua takes a knee, spits out the mouthpiece, looks exhausted, turns his back on the referee. Now, I wish that my boy, Mr. Pound for Pound, was here with me because he watched the fight with me, man, and I was screaming. He's got me on tape. I was screaming. When he turned away, we spit the mouthpiece out, and he turned away from the referee and walked to the corner, I'm yelling, he's done. It's over. He is finished. He don't want to fight no more, man. Referee saw the same thing I saw, man, and waved the fight off. So Ruiz makes history, man. So, hell of a fight. Now, here's what I'm going to say, all right? Ruiz has a lot of advantages coming into this fight, okay? We know, number one, he's got the better chin. He showed that in the first fight because he did take some tremendous shots from Joshua. Got knocked down. He got dropped, but he got back up, right? Showed Joshua, like, can't hurt me, man. You might be able to knock me down, but guess what? I'm coming back for you, right? So he showed he had the better chin. He showed he has the better boxing skills, right? He showed that he's more experienced. He showed he's got quicker hands. He's got quicker feet. He's got better reflexes. I mean, I'm not bullshitting you guys. This is what I see when I watch that first fight, man. Joshua got an uphill battle here, man. Joshua's got, again, the size. He's got the power, right? We know he's got good power by his knockouts on his record. But again, he makes a lot of mistakes, man. A lot of mistakes. He's got stamina issues. He was tired already. In that third round, he was sucking wind like a vacuum cleaner in that third round. Not to mention, he can't really take a good shot either, man. He's been hurt several times in a lot of fights. Fortunately for him, he's had the referee save him a few times in a couple of these fights that I've seen him get hurt in. But that's another story. That's another video. But again, I don't think that Joshua, whatever it is that they're going to try to fix in this fight, I don't think it can be done in one training camp, man. If I was in Joshua's corner, I would have told him, look, man, we need to change our style for this guy. And he said it himself in The Gloves Are Off. He said, I've been screaming at my team about changing my style. If I keep fighting this way, I'm going to get beat. I think that's what he said, Immediate rematch. I mean, honestly, I don't think he can fix these issues that he has, man. He's not going to just turn into Larry Holmes over one training camp, man. He's not going to be moving around the ring, slapping that jab out there, Ruiz, countering him with right hands. Like, I don't see Joshua doing that. I don't think he's got the legs to do that either, or the stamina. His jab, not so good to me. It's just not. So, I mean, could he fix some of these things? Yes. I don't think he can fix them all, though. I don't. And like I spoke earlier about the location of the fight and how they're probably going to have these judges with the scorecards already filled out if it ends up going 12. Ruiz understands that, man. I think he understands that his only way to win this fight is by knockout. And I think he's training to get the knockout. And I think that Ruiz is living up here in Joshua's brain, man. He's living in Joshua's head. And I mean, really, guys, I can tell you this from experience, man. When I've hit guys in the gym, smaller guys than me, I hit them with a good clean shot and they just take it, man. It's like, man, it's it's a little bit of a wake-up call, And the fact that Ruiz was able to take Joshua's best shots, his best punches, okay? And I don't want to hear this excuse about this guy wasn't all there mentally. He had these mental issues or whatever. To me, that's BS, man. Do I think he's weak mentally? Yes, I do. I don't think it was to the point where it affected him so much in the fight that he lost. Okay. I mean, he dropped him. He dropped Ruiz. He knocked him down with a good left hook, came back, nailed him with a bigger right hand right after the knockdown. So I don't think that he had these kind of mental problems that they're trying to say he had a panic attack or something before the fight. I mean, to me, that's BS, man. That's just BS. He just got beat by a better fighter, man. A more skilled, more experienced fighter. And I see the same thing happening here, man. I don't see him turning into again like Larry Holmes. He's not gonna be moving around the ring like Holmes or Ali. He's not gonna be like Klitschko. He doesn't fight like Klitschko. He doesn't have the same type of jab that Klitschko has. Um, I mean, I don't think he has he don't have the legs to move around the ring to try to avoid Ruiz. Ruiz got the faster feet too, you know? So I don't see it going any other way than it did the first time, man. I got Ruiz by stoppage. I think he understands the situation that he's in. He understands that the odds are going to be stacked against him. Who knows? Joshua might be juiced up too. I mean, they're over there in Saudi Arabia, man. you know, so he understands that, man. And I don't think that Joshua is good enough defensively or has enough stamina to stay away for 12 rounds and protect his chin for 12 rounds. He's going to get hit in there, man. Ruiz is going to find a way to get on the inside again and hit this guy. And he's going to hurt him again. That's really what I think. But I do give Joshua a chance. I mean, this is heavyweight boxing. He's got power. Anything could happen, man. But I'm sticking with my mind on this one, man. I just think that Ruiz is just a better fighter, man, overall. I just do. Too many things I see with Joshua that need to be fixed. They should have took, maybe one or two, I would say at least two, if not three fights before getting right back into Ruiz if they wanted to fix some of these things that they talked about, that he talked about himself, and that's Joshua I'm talking about. So I think that they really stepped in too early, and he's going to lose again, man. I really do believe that, man. So that's G Funk's prediction right there, man. Joshua is going down again. He's going to get knocked out, man. I just see it happening again. I really do. So I'm going to go over some of these comments here. I know you guys were dropping a lot of comments. I appreciate you guys for being here. Let's see what we got here. Ha! Sharpie. Yeah, man. I got it ready for you, man. Don't worry. I got it for tonight. Let's see. Double or nothing. You can try to make your 20 back. All right. If that's what you want to do, we can do that. No sweat, David. Let's see. E Woods. No Paul. I'm sorry. No Paul in the house. What's going on, bro? Let's see. Got a lot of comments here. Oh, there you go with the shirt. You know what I'm saying? It's all about them Kings, baby. Your Lakers got a tough schedule coming up, man. This after party on D Styles channel. Yeah, man, we're gonna go in on this one on D Styles channel. The IBO, yeah, the $1 million belt, like Ted DiBiase. Bruce 01 says, gotta go with my man Andy. Right. E. Woodson says, Ruiz beat Parker. I don't care what they say. That was a close fight, and that was a fight that he took again in his territory, in his home city, I think. Jab that like button. That's right. Let's see. He says he wants to be faster to box more. I don't think he can do that, man. I really don't. So Ruiz look exactly the same to me. That one picture had a fat boy filter. Yeah, no doubt, man. Why even lose weight? Why fix something that isn't broken? Yeah, I mean, being in shape can't hurt you. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I think. The bulk was meant for Miller. Oh well, I don't know. I think it was about 247 was Joshua. I'm surprised they didn't take the fight to Mars, bro. Dude, if they could have, they would have. Trust me. But I don't give a damn if it is on Mars. I don't think Joshua beats him on any planet, AJ10 says, I feel sadly things will happen. I got Joshua winning. Okay, no doubt. It should have been at the AT&T Stadium. Oh, it would have done great there, man. It would have done great, man. The Mexicans would have came out and packed that place. Not to mention, we know that the UK fans travel well too, man. Joshua needs to avoid the knockdowns and he wins. That's the thing, man. Can he do that? I don't think he can do that, man. I really don't. Ruiz made Joshua look sloppy. Yeah, he sure did, man. He made a lot of mistakes in that fight. That third round was beautiful. It was Phenomenal, man. One of the best rounds I've ever seen. Time for a Snickers. That's right. The best fight, the best boxing is here, man. What's going on, brother? I'm glad you're here, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. You know what? While you're here, man, let me wrench you up, man, because I know you hooked me up on your channel, man. I appreciate that. I do. Let me wrench you up, brother, if you're still here. If not, do it anyway. There we go. All right, what else we got here? We got Kenneth Johnson in the house. What's up, bro? Haven't seen you in a little bit, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Joe Lopez, 40 ounces, says the scorecards were already filled out. Yes, they were for that first fight. No doubt. I won't be surprised if the referee is heavily involved in this fight. You damn right he is, man, because, I mean, look at the same thing with the Parker fight, man. The guy just wouldn't let Parker fight on the inside. You know, they want to keep it right where it was comfy for Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Ruiz is down 4 on the scorecards right now. Yes, he is, man. But I still think Ruiz is going to stop. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He understands that the odds are stacked. He's going in there for the knockout. He ain't trying to win on points, man. Even if AJ gets knocked out in round 3, AJ will be up 5 rounds. Could be, man. Could be. See, does anybody know the betting line? Ooh, that's a good question. I could find out, man. I could find that out. You know, I think that the last time I checked, it was like Andy was like a plus 200 in the 200s or something like that. So he's still the underdog, man. I think it's a good bet. I really do. No doubt, man. Thanks for wrenching me up on your channel too, man. I appreciate that. What in the world is the drug testing for this fight? Is there? I don't know. I mean, if there is, who's going to be there to check? Who's going to be there to conduct it? You know what I'm saying? The fact checker, man. He's always on it. 220. He's plus 220. I think it's a good bet, man. I really do. I think it's a damn good bet. But yeah, guys, that's my prediction, man. I think Ruiz is going to stop it, man. I think that, again, the things that Joshua needs to repair can't be repaired in just one training camp, man. I really don't think that's going to happen here. So I got the first Mexican heavyweight champion making his first title defense by knockout over the guy he won the belts from. And you know what, guys? One last thing before I close it out, man. One last thing. We as fight fans, man, we got to hope and pray that Ruiz does win this fight. Because if he does, we could have undisputed, man, in the heavyweight division. We know that it won't take long for him to get in the ring with Wilder. Wilder's already said he'll fight him. Ruiz has already said he would love to fight him too. So we gotta have Ruiz win this fight. If Joshua wins, man, he ain't gonna fight nobody, man. He ain't gonna fight nobody, guys. You think he's gonna get in the ring with Wilder? Hell no. He would have done it already. You know? So Ruiz got to win this fight, man. I want undisputed. You know what I'm saying? I want undisputed at heavyweight, man. That'll be big for the sport, man. And that fight will do tremendous numbers, man. Tremendous numbers. Wilder is already becoming, at least in my opinion, because a lot of people that I know that are casual fans, they know Wilder. They know who Wilder is. That will do tremendous numbers, I think, man. That will go over the 1 million mark on pay-per-views, I believe, man. I really do believe that. Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Oh my God, man. Oh my God. That would be beautiful. I'm putting 100 on anybody. That's a good bet, man. That's a real good bet. Facts, exactly, man. You guys know what I'm talking about. Ruiz is ready to get in there, man. He's ready to get in there, you know? And so is Wilder. So we gotta have this fight happen, man. We gotta have Ruiz win this fight, man. You think Andy becomes bigger than Canelo if win? Hell yes, man. I think he's already getting there, man. To be honest with you, a lot of people getting fed up with Canelo's stuff, man. They're getting fed up with it. And to me, the heavyweights rule, man. The heavyweights rule. You know that. You know what I'm saying? You know that. Stormy B Man in the house is you cooked on the subject. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You know, I'm just calling it how I see it, man. I could be wrong. I could be right. But, you know, at the end of the day, I love talking boxing with you guys. I really do. Canelo has star power. Yeah, but you know what, man? If Ruiz, if he becomes the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, if he gets all the belts, man, man, just imagine that, man. Again, like we know that the Mexican boxing fans, they come out and they support their fighters, man. Just like me, I do the same. Man, he will be. I think he will surpass Canelo, man. I think he will, man. Canelo, if he's smart, he'll leave Golden Boy and he'll go to PBC, and they could put those guys on a pay per view together, man. That will do crazy numbers, man. Depending on who Canelo's going to fight, too. Winner of this fight versus winner of Wilder Fury next. Absolutely, Joe Lopez. Man, let's see that. Let's see that shit, man. That's why we got to go, man. Ruiz got to go in there. He's going to knock this dude out, man. I don't care what any of these AJ fans talking about. All right, he going to go in there and knock this dude smooth out this time. All right. If Andy gets all the belts, he'll be the biggest star. Absolutely, absolutely, man. Same for Wilder. Same for Wilder. If Wilder collects all the belts from him, it'll be good for the sport. Either way, if one guy gets all the belts, that'll be tremendous for the sport, man. No doubt about it. So let's just hope and pray that the things that we want to see happen, man. Which is a knockout here for Ruiz, a knockout for Wilder against Fury, and then we can get undisputed, man. No doubt about it. All right. Canelo and Andy on the same pay-per-view. Yes, that would be crazy, man. Crazy. That will sell out AT&T or any of these big stadiums, man. No doubt. But it's 6 o'clock, man. So what I got to do now, I got to cook dinner for my family. And then I got to jump on D-Styles show. So make sure you guys go over to D-Styles channel in an hour, maybe even earlier. We'll be talking about the same topic. We'll have everybody else. There, man. So it's going to be good, man. Canelo can be bigger than anybody on the planet. All he has to do is become undisputed. Yeah, man. Exactly. He can do the same, No, Paul says we need a Q&A with Ruben Guerrero. Well, I don't know, man. Hey, Wednesday he might show up again. Well, D-Style pissed him off pretty good, though, man. Yes, he is, man. Hey, I've been trying to get this guy to do this for years, man. For years. But that's right, E. Woodson. But hey, man, thank you guys for joining me. I really do appreciate it, man. Make sure you smash that like button. If you're not subscribed to me, subscribe to me. And I'll see you guys in a little bit, man, on D-Style Boxing Live, man. Make sure you guys are there, man. All right. I'll see you then. Have a good night, man.